Hey, welcome to the Cryptonomatron. Another ICO review for you. This time it's Bounty0x. Now, what is Bounty0x? It is a decentralized bounty hunting platform enabling anyone to manage bounty programs and bounty hunters to receive payment for completing bounty tasks. Now, you may be thinking, what is a bounty? Well, a bounty is a reward allocated for the completion of a highly specific task. In the Old West, the government used to set a bounty on the capture of criminals. Today, this concept is often used in the context of online marketing, software development, and consulting. Now, if you're not familiar, there are ICOs launching which have bounty campaigns, and you can partake in them by posting on social media and completing the tasks for some free tokens. And this has been going on for a few ICOs now, but it is a complex and confusing task, and it's also quite disorganized. So Bounty0x want to make it a lot simpler and a lot easier for us to conduct bounty campaigns. So what are the problems they intend to solve then? Well, bounty campaigns nowadays are highly centralized. They don't have any organization really. They're controlled by maybe one or two people at the company that's running them, and therefore it does not really make a very efficient process. They're also susceptible to fraud. People that are conducting bounty campaigns can fraudulently add more tokens to users, etc. So there's no transparency, and there's an easy way to cheat the system. They're highly inefficient. People have to go through these manually, checking them, making sure the verification that you've done a tweet or your Facebook post is accurate, and it's really, really time consuming. And it's also limited in scope in that there really isn't that much you can do in a bounty campaign, because the more you do, the more complex it will become, and then the more difficult to manage it will be. So what are the aims of Bounty0x then? Well, they aim to develop a decentralized platform where bounty hunters will be able to receive payment in tokens in exchange for completing bounty tasks for example, ICO startups to begin with. They want to increase the efficiency of industries that would benefit from a decentralized workforce and a bounty-oriented reward model. So not only ICOs, in the future, in the far future, they will try to apply to other industries, but ICOs are an ideal thing to start with because they're already using bounty campaigns and there's loads of them coming out every day. So for bounty hosts or companies that want to have a bounty for their product, for their ICO, they found that during Bancor and Status ICOs, there was thousands of submissions, that verification was time and labor intensive. They had people actually physically checking through every submission that the people sharing the information were doing, and therefore it was very time consuming. The process was time consuming and susceptible to fraud, and the end result was incorrect distribution and ultimately participant frustration. People waiting for long times to get their rewards and then getting incorrect rewards. That's not good, and that's what you get when it is completely disorganized. And it's very difficult for a company that wants to run a bounty campaign to control it, especially when people are just emailing in or giving them links. This has all got to be manually checked. Very, very inefficient. So for people that are actually sharing and distributing the information on the internet, Bounty0x call them bounty hunters, along the theme of the Wild West. I think that's what they're trying to do here. So for them, this will be great. They're going to give them a localized place to find campaigns. So within the 0x platform, there will be a place that bounty hunters can go and find campaigns instead of just going to each website for each ICO and finding them manually. So it will, in effect, have them in a single website where they can visit and then go through a list. There will be more recognition for established contributors with track records of success. The way they're going to implement it means people that actually put a lot of effort into the bounty campaigns will be rewarded. There is no reputation system in place currently. They are going to implement that in their system. Therefore, there will be more recognition for contributors that have good contributions. They are going to increase the rewards. So previously, people spreading bounty, they get very small rewards and some of the information was maybe going missing and they weren't rewarded accordingly. So that is going to change with Bounty0x. They're going to make it much easier for bounty hunters to participate, giving them concise instructions on what to do when they want to participate in the bounty campaign. So what distinguishes Bounty0x from the competition? Well, they're going to implement automated bounty task reviewing system, which takes the labor out of the task. So essentially, they're going to have a system of software checking that the tasks have been completed by the bounty hunters and that the reward is given. The payment system with automatic tracking and distribution of reward tokens will again take away the manual labor aspect. They can also handle payments in ERC20 Ethereum-based tokens, and they will be able to handle thousands of submissions because of their system. They're also going to offer a bounty platform management. So if you are an ICO launching and you want them to manage your bounty campaign, they will do that for you. They will also offer advice on how to do it if you wish to manage it yourself. They will have educational content for companies on how to run bounty campaigns and how to adhere to industry best practice. They are completely unique. I don't think there's any other company on the internet that is providing this kind of service for bounty campaigns. They are dedicated to bounty campaigns. They don't have any other sidelines, and bounty campaigns in turn are not a sideline of another business that they're doing. So they are dedicated to this particular section of their business. They will enable third parties to earn tokens by verifying submissions. So you will get what's called bounty sheriffs, who are responsible for checking, manually checking and verifying submissions from the bounty hunters. So in essence, you have the bounty host who is running the bounty campaign. You have the bounty hunter that is submitting the social media links, the material for the campaign, and then you have the bounty sheriff who is verifying that that material is correct. Now, how will it work? Well, first of all, they have the Bounty0x platform, and it's in alpha stage at the moment. It is a network enabling anybody to post bounty tasks. Bounty hunters will be able to accept and complete tasks within the system very easily. It has a reputation system built in that will award or subtract points depending on the quality of submissions that the bounty hunter makes. And companies can find successful bounty hunters easily, meaning they can actually recruit certain people if they want to run a bounty campaign. Bounty hunters can find campaigns themselves within a localized area, so they don't have to go to different websites. As I said, they'll just be able to go straight on Bounty0x and find the campaigns that are running. They will have a verification mechanism. As I briefly mentioned before, it will be automated, but also it will have a manual fail-safe by the bounty sheriffs. And this can all be chosen by the bounty host, by the company that's running the ICO. They will be able to choose exactly what they want in the bounty campaign. So this is an example of the Bounty0x Alpha. I've signed up for it already, and I'm already submitting my bounties as a bounty hunter. As you can see, the system is very simple at the moment. You have the bounties here on the right hand side. There's a Coty YouTube bounty for the ICO, a referral code bounty, Bitcoin Talk signature bounty, Twitter bounty, etc., etc. So every bounty that you click on, it comes up with another window giving you the instructions on how to complete that particular task. Once you have completed it, you can click submit, and it will ask you for a link and some other comments, and then that's it done. And this is the profile page, and as you can see, I've done 2 bounty submissions already, one for this Bounty0x Twitter bounty and one for Coty also on Twitter. I did them earlier today. You've just got to retweet a tweet from one of the ICOs that's running. But all the criteria for fulfilling a bounty task is different. You can find it on the previous page. Then you can view your submission, and you can also see your referrals, and you can also see your points. So as for bounty hosts, that's people that want to run ICOs and want to run bounty campaigns. Anyone can post bounty tasks and set their reward. It's a simple sign-up process, simple setup process, and simple to launch a campaign. It really is. You can also select tasks and verification methods, meaning if you just want to run Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube, for example, that's all you want to do, that's fine. Then you can set the verification to purely automatic, or a combination of automatic and manual, having bounty sheriffs check the submissions. Dead easy. As for the bounty hunters, the people that are actually spreading the word out there and creating the bounties, they can participate in any bounty they wish. They can submit directly through the platform, as I've just demonstrated, very simply. They will have a reward counter on the profile page as well. They can manually withdraw reward tokens to compatible wallets. They will have a reputation system, again, that will rise on the quality of their submissions. And they have an incentive then to submit quality work. There will also be a leaderboard and rankings for the top bounty hunters. So on to the bounty sheriffs. What they will do is they will perform manual verification on the submissions if required by the ICOs. They can also stake their bounty coins to earn a sheriff's badge and perform the verification. So essentially, you can't just come onto the platform and start doing verifications. There is a staking requirement, which is interesting. You're also entitled to stake and review rewards. So if you're staking, you will be rewarded just purely on that basis, and also the number of reviews you do, you will be rewarded on that basis as well. But incorrect reviews will result in a portion of your tokens being burnt. So that's also going to incentivize you to do the reviews correctly. Now, there are 3 main bounty types. There are simple bounties, which are fully automated with the Bounty0x system. There are sheriff bounties, which are manual verification. So the sheriff will get paid for going through everything and manually verifying. And there are super bounties, which can be performed by the bounty hosts themselves, the people that are running the ICO, if they so choose to do so. So let's take a little look at the token metrics. So the pre-sale token price is just over 1 cent. So very cheap to get in. That represents a 20% discount during the pre-sale over the main sale price. During the pre-sale, there will be a maximum cap of 250,000. The price during the main sale will rise very slightly by 20% to 1.65 cents. There will be a hard cap in total of $1.5 million, which is very low. And the ticker will be BNTY. A total of 500 million BNTY or bounty will be released. And this is how they're going to be distributed. So during the pre-sale, only 3.8% of the entire 500 million will be sold. During the main sale, a further 18.2% of the 500 million will be sold. 30% will be allocated to the team. 45% will be frozen within the system. and 3% will be allocated to the advisors on the project. Now, the team tokens will be reserved or held for, I believe it's 18 months. The frozen tokens will also be held for 18 months, and the advisory tokens will be held for 6 months. So having a look at the ICO details itself, pre-sale will be in two sections. Pre-sale whitelist contributors, they can contribute on November the 20th at 3 o'clock Central Eastern Time until November the 21st at 3 o'clock. And then if the tokens are not all sold, if $250,000 worth are not sold, everyone who can participate in the pre-sale at 3 o'clock Central Eastern Time on November the 21st. The hard cap will be reached, the token sale will then close. The main sale, very similar. Whitelist contributors can contribute on December the 15th at 3 o'clock Central Eastern Time until the 16th at same time Central Eastern Time. And for everybody else, if the hard cap is not met, at 3 o'clock on December the 16th. I think this one's going to go quick, so I don't think, if you're not whitelisted, I don't think you're going to get to participate, guys. So what are the uses of the token then? Well, bounty hunters need to stake the bounty token to participate in the super bounties. Bounty sheriffs will be able to stake bounty to review bounties. Startups can purchase bounty to unlock additional premium features in the platform or to hire additional services from our partners. And Bounty0x will perform a quarterly token buyback program with the fees they've earned. So that's good. And that will ensure that the token price is not overly volatile and there's good potential for it to rise. So looking at the roadmap, in Q4 2017, where we are right now, they will automate review process of Twitter and Facebook bounties. I believe that's happening now with the alpha being released. They will add a public list of upcoming bounty campaigns. They will assign a unique URL to every bounty campaign, meaning each one has its own site. They will allow bounty hosts to create a bounty campaign as well. So they're obviously doing that already, as we can log into the system and we can partake in the bounty scheme. So first quarter next year, 2018, they anticipate to do improvements on the platform based on the feedback they get from the now running alpha system. They're going to add more bounty tasks, spread them out, probably add invest feed and other things like that. The reputation system will be added for the bounty hunters, and they will also integrate MetaMask plugin into the platform, which is excellent. So Q2 2018 now. They will allow hunters and sheriffs to stake bounty in order to review and make submissions respectively. They will also add a bidding system for reviewing bounties. They will start bounty buyback program. They will start marketing bounty campaigns outside of the cryptocurrency space. So what only applies to ICOs right now, they will try and apply it to other industries, therefore hoping for more mass adoption. They will also allow bounty hosts to unlock extra features on the platform with BNTY tokens. And they will add additional bounty task type, referral bounty type, so on and so forth. So Q3 2018, they will have greater granularity in payouts and managing bounty campaigns. They will support consulting bounties, so if you need specialist help from them, they will consult with you. They will transition Bounty0x governance to a district on the District0x network. Now you might be familiar with the District0x network. It was an ICO launched not so long ago, and in essence they want to decentralize the internet and companies on the internet, and people can vote. And Bounty0x is being voted on at the moment actually, and it came in the top 4 districts that were suggested on the network. So once it gets voted, it will be accepted, and then they will transition to the district. So Q4 2018, they will allow cross-chain compatibility with Ethereum and Waves, and they will support research bounties as well. So what about the team on this project? Well, there are only 3 core team members and 4 advisors listed in the white paper. The core team are all young, and they're all co-founders, all 3 of them. The advisor, Uwe Thelman, has 20 years plus of experience in marketing, finance and sales at companies such as P&G, Danone and Energizer. And Kathy Tao, director at Symphony SEA, is also an advisor, and she has advised over 500 different startups. So, what are my thoughts on this ICO? Well, let's start with the positives, as always. They have a very low hard cap of $1.5 million, which means scarcity will be very high. They are on District 0x, which is already an established platform, having come off ICO already, and has been quite successful in doing so. They have an interesting and very unique concept, which I like. They have very fair terms for the token sale. They're not allowing whales to participate in the pre-sale, and they're not allowing people to buy over a certain amount of tokens. Therefore, people can't just hoard them and then manipulate the market. What I also like about this is participants in the program, whether they're running ICOs or running bounties or doing bounty work or verifying the submissions, they can all earn from this, and that is a very good thing. I think it's similar to how people can earn now from InvestFeed with the tipping, and can earn off these other platforms for participating, posting on Steam, that type of thing. So it's very important that participants actually see something for their efforts. They've also got a working product that can already be used. You can sign up now, and I urge you to go and try it. Please go to the Bounty0x website and try it out. Sign up and start using the bounty campaigns and submitting bounties. It's working at the moment. So why not? You can start earning straight away and be part of the platform. It's great. So I like that, and I always will stress to people that are going to invest in ICOs that a working product prior to an ICO launching is quite important, at least a demonstration. Now, if you've already got a working product that can be used and utilized, then that's the first battle's already been fought, so to speak. So you can go in with extreme confidence that this team knows what they're doing and they've put the effort in already. Now, white paper ICOs, as we've discussed a little bit before, that don't have a working product but are working on a prototype, that's all fair and well, but how do we know as investors that you're going to actually be able to do what you say you're going to do? We simply don't without a working demo or a model. And the other positive on this one is they have great support on social media. The co-founders are very active, they have good community, and obviously being part of the District 0x community, they have great community support as well. So let's look at the negatives. As usual, there are some, but not many. The number one negative, I believe, is an understrength team in comparison to other ICOs. Now, in other ICOs, you've got all-star members like Vitalik as an advisor, and Charlie Shrem as an advisor or a partner, John McAfee. This is quite an understrength team. However, that's in comparison with other ICOs. I've no doubt they've already got a working product. I've no doubt that they'll succeed, and their ability is not in question here. I think they have a very good chance of success with this ICO, but it's one of the negatives I noticed, that in comparison with others, they don't have that all-star punch. The other thing that I noticed was they have questionable room for growth within the current ecosystem. They are obviously ambitious and they want to move to other industries, but we don't know whether that's going to be attainable. They will do very well, no doubt, within the ICO space, and ICOs are taking off, and this is a vast transfer of wealth This is a new concept for many people, and a lot of people will start to get in now. And this bounty campaign, if they can automate it, they can run one for you know, several ICOs at the same time. It's really, you know, it's really going to help the companies trying to spread the word about their product when they go to ICO. But after that, where's the growth going to come from? So let's hope they can do it, but it's questionable at the moment. And then to compound that, mass adoption may prove difficult. Bounty campaigns are an accepted way for many ICOs to raise awareness of their product and then reward those that are spreading the message. But will it be mass adopted in other industries? We don't know. It may prove difficult to convince people. However, eventually it probably will happen, because people are now getting used to cryptocurrency and Bitcoin, and you know, the more people talk about it, the more people tend to accept the new technologies. But still, mass adoption may prove difficult. So, what is my verdict on Bounty0x? Well, I say I'm going to participate in the ICO and the bounties, because I think it's a fantastic idea. It's a beautiful website. The team are obviously very keen on what they're doing. I've had a look at them on social media, very interesting. They've already got a working product, which you can't knock that. So I'm happy to participate. I think this ICO is a very good deal, and I'm giving them 4 stars, guys, and I suggest that you look closely at this one as well. I'll post the link below in the description as usual. So that's all that needs to be said, I think. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow. If you'd like me to review an ICO, please post in the comments.